Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Paradigm Shift. I am your host, Natha, and with me here I have my co hosts.
Hi everyone, I'm Bayo, and as usual, we're back again on another episode of Paradigm Shift Show. So please make sure you follow up to catch up on the fun, the vibes, and everything.
Yes, like he said, do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms to keep up with every of our new episodes that we release every week. Now, I want to introduce the man of the day. He is Mr. Sesmo. We have the privilege of having him in our studio today. So, Mr. Sesmo, how are you doing
I'm good, thank
today?
you, Nata. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Can we know you? What are you about?
Okay, so hi, they call me Sesmo, aka Uncle Ses. Um, I'm the head creative at Uncle Ses Creative Studios. A filmmaker, photographer, actor, rapper. What again? I can do all things, man.
There's a lot to this man. There's a lot to this man. I know, nice CV indeed. It's such a privilege having you on the show
Thank you.
today.
Pleasure is mine.
Yeah, so our topic for today is. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So we'll be talking about success. The topic is redefining success in our modern world. And now the question is money a measure for success?
Are you asking me?
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think money is the measure for success?
Yeah, I think to an extent it is, but it's not entire in the sense that I feel like that statement or that idea is flawed in the sense that people do crazy things for money, right? People don't care what they do for money. So if somebody does something that is either fraudulent or practically not right, and they make money from it, as in, would you categorize them as a success? Do you understand?
Okay.
So those are the kind of questions we should ask. You feel me? So I think that
Oh well, we're getting to that. Sorry to cut you short. We're getting to that. I just want
Okay, so
your
yes or
answer.
no,
Yes
guys.
or no? Is
So-
money a defining measure of success?
can I say Nakolabo? So I think it's yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Okay. We live in a world where if you don't have money, it seems like you're a nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be working hard. I mean, we look at our teachers with respect to our teachers. They are, for me, I think they are the people who work the hardest in the
Yeah, but the
country.
reward is in heaven.
Why do you have to get me so weak?
That's what they say. It's not me that says it.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't see them as successful people because they don't have money, right? So now I want to ask you, do you think you're successful?
As I am.
Yes.
I mean, yes, I am. I mean, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there, and I believe doing enough work and making enough impact to count it as success. Use teachers as examples. So, for example, you could see a teacher, and because they are still driving their 1987 Benz, right? That's even if they still have the Benz. Do you get? You might think that they are poor and stuff, but once they probably see one of their students on the news, making world impact or doing something great, I'm sure there's a sense of pleasure and fulfillment that they feel. So I feel like it's more about how you see yourself than how people see you, right? Do I see myself as successful? Yes. Does someone who probably doesn't know me or how much work I've put in see me as successful? They may not, because they probably don't know. I mean, because I don't drive a Range Rover and I'm using iPhone 15X Pro Max to the Max Pro. do, you, do you get? Probably because I'm not using that, they might think I'm broke. Do you understand? But I feel like I'm okay. Do you get? And keep getting better and getting better.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a very personal question right now. All right.
Yeah.
No. You are successful
Yeah.
in your businesses,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Family life, do you feel you are successful as
Okay, so I'm not married yet,
you're not married yet?
but in my nuclear family, like my father, my mother, and my siblings, yeah, we're okay. Like, yeah, I mean, we're not separated. We're good. Do you get? So I see that as success. Do you understand? Yeah. And in terms of business, I mean, like I said, every day, every day, every day, every day. Like this year alone, I'm grateful for how much progress I've made. Do you understand? In all the things I've been doing. So yeah, I count it as success.
Okay, so if money didn't matter, Mr. Sesmo, if money was not in the picture,
Do you mean having it or making it?
money, making money,
Or having
or
it?
having money,
Either ways.
either ways,
Mm.
if money was not in the picture,
Yeah.
what would your personal success look like?
Success to me would look like the amount of lives I've changed. The amount of people who come and say, "Oh, Sesmo, this thing that you said or this thing that you did, it really changed my life. I've been able to blah 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 and blah because you did this." Yeah, that's okay for me.
So, how would you do all that if there was no money in the picture?
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Christ would have strengthened me. Christ would have already strengthened me. She said there's no money. I would have still done it. Do you understand? But the thing is, we can't. I mean, even it's even in the Bible that money answereth all things, right? And there's a popular misconception. People think that money is the root of all evil. That's wrong. That's wrong. Money is not the root of money is not the roots of all evil. It's the love of money
That is the root of all evil. Okay, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
We'll come back there. We'll come back there. So, Bayo, now we've heard his own perspective. Do you think, personally, money is the defining measure of success?
Personally, to a large extent, I think success is subjective. You have everybody define their own meaning of success. But if we are going to look at success from a general point of view, how the world has, because God did not come to human being and say, okay, this is blue. We human define the meaning of blue. We are saying, okay, this is a color and we're going to name it blue. So with the way the world look at success, I think money is a large definition. Money is the definition of success from the general point of view of the world. So because you might want to define your success as another thing. Okay, you are talented in this goal, you want to make impact, but you can't achieve these things without money. That's a basic fact. So if money is not there, you won't even have the chance to do other things. So basically, money is the definition of success.
Okay. So, in today's world, just like you, Mr. Bayer is saying money is the measure of success. We have a lot of children who have in their head all that matters to them is I have to be successful. And the only definition of that success to them is wealth, physical cash, right?
Yeah.
So now compared to our previous generation, how do you think such mindset has affected this generation?
Okay, so I think that's affected this generation in a lot of ways. So, for example, the media, right? You see music videos where, they're spraying money, using fancy cars, even though the money is not real money. They're fancy cars, basically luxurious lifestyle, right? And TV makes it look easy, right? TV makes it look easy, and, there's been the advancement of internet fraud, and it's a big industry. Do you understand? There are movers and shakers that are doing things from there. Do Do you understand? And these guys are in the communities, they're in the nooks and crannies. They have children in their environments. Children see these things and want to be these things, right? So I feel like the way we can actually work on that is to equally or more aggressively promote good wealth. Good wealth in the sense that, okay, this person is a baker and they've made a multi-million dollar worth of pastries and bakery things. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so I'm trying to look for the word. Integrity, integrity work, good work basically.
I should at this point I should. Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. So basically proving that, okay, you can do good and make money. You can make money without scamming the next man. You can make money without being a fraud. You can make money without selling your soul. You can make money without selling your body. Things like that. Do you understand? But some people might be watching me now and they might be saying, "Wow, for this Nigeria we dey." Do you get and all that? But this same Nigeria we dey, people they legitimately make money.
Yes. Yes.
Do you understand? So people are legitimately making money. Do you understand? There are people that make money in their sleep.
Fact.
Legitimately. Do you understand? So I feel like it's an education thing. If we teach people, right? And then another thing we make a mistake, I feel like we make a mistake in the world is we applaud all these fraudulent guys. You get to give them a platform. Do you understand? For example, you go and say, "Oh, how much are you wearing?" My wristwatch is dope, by the way. I wish you could like zoom on it, but it's fine. So how much are you?
You had to buy it, right? And you bought it with money. And if you were not rich, would you afford it?
I prefer not to speak. I prefer not to speak about that. But do you get what I'm saying? So we see where people will come and probably even sometimes lie on social media. I saw a video one time. Somebody said her dress was $2 million.
God, I know. I think I saw that.
Her dress was $2 million. And you're driving a Venza. Your dress is $2 million and your car is Venza. It's not really, you understand? So we shouldn't be, giving quote unquote platforms or celebrating. Do you understand? For example, if you're having your wedding and people are not coming to spray you money, your wedding didn't really pop. Do you understand? If it's not a Davido kind, I'm not saying Davido is wealthy. Do you understand? So and Davido's kind of people are Davido's kind of people.
He's also successful,
Yeah,
right?
Davido is a successful musician. You can't dispute that. You may not like his songs, but he's very much successful. Do you understand? And he comes from a wealthy home. His father is rich. Do you understand? So yeah. So you can't exactly. So you that your father is not rich, and you're not a successful musician because your song they spoil earpiece. Do you understand? Do you understand? You now want to say, "Oh, do you get?" So I feel like we should not really be like, promoting basically fraudulent and, mischievous and scandalous people.
But do you really think we're actually promoting these people?
I think we do because, check it. For example, let's just say, we can actually test this. I can dress like a poor man, drive a dead car, and probably drive into a building. We can film the reaction when I do that, and then when I dress fancy, nice suit, Range Rover. In fact, I'm in the back seat. My driver is there. Do you understand? They will accord me more respect.
Of course, true.
Do you understand?
I've had a hands-on experience
Exactly.
where I walked into a shop just because I think I was running errands that day. I just walked into the shop. I was with my scarf
you
and
didn't have your
stuff.
lashes on.
I know I didn't have none of this on, I was looking really, really like a market woman that day. I had a lot of errands to run, yeah. So I walked into the shop in the market and I said hello to everybody. And a lot of them were just like, yeah, I'm
They
like,
didn't send you.
nobody. So I think there was a need to get something from my car. So immediately I mentioned, okay, I'll be right back. Let me get something from my car. I got back from getting that stuff from my car. And guess what? These people that did not even look at me when I said hello, they were like all over me. So
I feel like that's a problem.
I know, right?
Do you understand?
I know.
Yeah, I feel like we should
I
respect
know.
people equally.
Equally, regardless of, yeah, but
Exactly.
back to you, sir, Mr. Bayo, who says money is because me, I don't know. I like money. I really, really do like money. Some people don't. You know?
Everyone loves money.
Well, I won't
What-
say. I
what-
won't say.
what-
I
see,
will.
what depends
So you know,
is-
love. Sorry to cut you short. You know, love is a strong word, right? I can say I like money. Okay, I like making it. I like using it. I like having it. So when you say love, right? When you say love, you can do crazy things for something or people you love. Do you understand? Love is like, it's almost like obsession, addiction. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it is that love that is the root of evil. Do you understand? Because you love money, you don't have it. You are willing to do whatever it takes to have it. At some point, you can go against your home training, moral standing, conviction, anything that is holding your two legs on the ground. By the time the thing don't show you shaggy.
But
Yes.
excuse me,
Yeah.
it's actually, for me, I think it's the love for money that makes you want to get up in the morning, that actually gives you that motivation to want to work. Because if you're comfortable with the status quo, sometimes
Sorry, it may not be the love of money. It may be the fear of being broke.
these are almost the same things. For you to be scared of being broke.
The fear of being broke.
Why are you getting me? For you to be scared of being
The fear
broke.
of poverty may not necessarily be the love of money. Do you agree?
I don't agree.
Let me explain it.
See, the thing is, too much of everything is bad.
Yes.
The love of money is actually important because money is the currency of life. Yes. No, it's the truth.
It's not necessarily the love.
Because you may see, you may not love money. You may not love money. You may not be obsessed with money. Or by the time you haven't eaten this night because you are broke, you haven't eaten the next morning because you are broke. At some point, you have to get money, whether you like it or yes.
Yeah.
So you cannot just say the love of money. Of course, you have to love money. You have to be obsessed about money
Well,
for you to live.
No, I can't be obsessed
Very
about
important.
money.
You can't be
I
obsessed.
can't be obsessed about money. Should I bust your head?
Let me bust
Should I
it.
bust
Please
it?
explode it. Get your grenades.
I turned down a gig today because it was going to mess up my schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You are
the
talking-
love of money would make me want to mess my schedule up just to go and get that money.
You are talking.
you understand what I'm saying?
You are speaking from
A personal point of view.
yes, from a personal point of view.
Yeah.
Now let's take an average youth
Yeah.
that was born into a poor background that don't have the opportunity you have. His family can only afford to feed him once in a day. Now you can decline gigs because if you don't get this gig, you probably get another one. You probably get another one. You have a project you are working on.
Yes.
Now, not everybody have the opportunity you have
Yeah.
because you are not obsessed about money. Does not mean another person in another position. Not everybody are in your position. That's what you have to understand. Yes. So when you offer someone who does not have the opportunity you have, the person is more likely to agree. And now it's not because of the obsession over money, it's because of his will to survive. I don't know if you are getting me.
So
Yes.
So don't get me wrong. Money is not a bad thing. Money is good. Money is in fact very great. Do you understand? Right? But when it gets to a point where your quote unquote hustle for it, right? And your, searching for it or your love for it is driving you. It gets to a point where the money is using you instead of you using it. Do you understand what I'm saying? The money is, you are meant to use money. Do you understand? You are meant to use it. It's not meant to determine how you live your life. Do you understand? I mean, let's use one of the greatest Nigerian artists ever, Burna Boy, right? Let's use him as an example. There was a freestyle he did, and he said he turned down $5 million in Dubai because they won't let him be Burna Boy, basically. So would you say he doesn't love money?
He has, I think he has it in excess, which was why he turned it
Yes.
down. Because I mean, if he didn't
There is
have,
no excess you have. That $5 million will not be excess.
Because he is Burna Boy. If you wait,
There's no excess.
if you were given that, if you were given that offer, would you have turned it down?
So let's
Because you were just told not to do
now, So let's
something.
give the context now. This context now is
He can
allowing
afford.
him
He can
use
afford
his
to reject the
favorite-
offer because of the position he is.
of course.
So yes, and because they are going to restrict him in some way. Do you understand? That is basically going against what he believes.
Okay.
Do you understand? So if somebody is offering me $5 million to go against what I believe in, I can't take it. Do you understand? Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
So let me give an example. I don't want.
You're saying,
I don't want to say. I don't want to say controversial stuff. I don't want to say controversial stuff like Nigerian politics and stuff. Let me look for a simple example. I'm a Christian, right? I believe in Jesus, right? If somebody wants to pay me, right, to do something against my faith, or something I will not be proud of, something I can't come on the camera and say that I did, right? I can't turn it down
you can turn it down.
because it's against my faith.
Regardless of how much is offered.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to ask you a quick question,
Yeah.
Mr. Sesco. Mr. Sesmo, can you be successful without being rich?
Yes. There are people in the past that have had good success stories that didn't have Rolls Royce and them fancy things of life. There's so many people in history. Do you understand? It's even, I mean, I may not be able to mention names, but there's so many people.
You might not be able to mention names because they are known. Yes, no, they are known.
No. Okay.
They may not
Guys
live fancy
like-
lifestyle.
guys like-
They may not live fancy lifestyle.
Exactly.
They may not get
So
the gold, the Rolls
their
Royce.
wealth
But one thing is
Yeah.
they are being recognized for their works.
Exactly.
And for that recognition, they have been able to
Success,
take care.
yes.
Yes, they have
But
been
it
able to
doesn't
take care
mean
of
that they
themselves,
don't
of them
have
and the
money.
family. It does not mean they don't have money.
So rich, like you said, is subjective.
Okay.
There are people who are okay with what they have. Right?
They are okay with what they have, and what they have can sustain them.
I mean, I cannot even imagine being successful without having money. So I have this question to ask you.
Yeah.
Can someone be successful and not be rich?
Yes. I believe so.
You can be successful but not rich.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay then, can you tell us a story of anything that has made you feel successful without giving you money? Yes.
So I have quite a number actually. So there's this character I have where I like to call the character Agbabola. So I wear this white agbada with glasses and chain. The character doesn't talk. So I just like dance or put funny captions or maybe just eat. Right? So the teenagers in my church were having a young and free conference and they were asked to dress like their meme for the conference, right? Dress like your favorite meme. And then somebody wanted to dress as Agbabola. I mean, that meant a lot to me. Do you get yeah, basically it basically just shows that I'm making impacts in a certain way to that teenager. Yeah. Also another time, this was same teenagers environment. So they had like a camp meeting kind of thing. So I was there. So I was like leaving the hostel, like I was going out in the morning, and then this guy says I should use my phone to take a picture of me and him, that I should make sure I don't delete it. And then he says, make sure you don't delete it. And yeah, that made me like feel successful. It made it
So
convert to money.
for you, it's the little things that matter now. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. But yeah, do you have any questions for him? Because I am short of words.
Actually, like I said earlier, it's something I believe. You cannot be successful if you have not been able to. For you to be successful, you have to be alive. You have to be so. You are like you have to survive first. So and money is the currency of survival. That's something we cannot argue. So if you have not eaten, if you are not alive, if you cannot, maybe you had a medical situation last week, you were not able to take care of all those things, you were not able to pay the bills for all those things won't count as success to you. You are on the sick bed, that somebody is coming, I want to take a selfie with you. You won't count that as success.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
yeah, because I mean, first of all, that's a very insensitive time to ask for a selfie.
Yes.
But
So
yeah,
like, don't you think success is you basically being able to achieve what you want?
yes. So
Yes.
so success converting to money is good, right? But it is not limited to that, right? If money doesn't come out of it, it could still be a success in a particular context. Do you understand what I'm saying? If it doesn't necessarily, if nobody is probably paying you at that moment, but they just simply recognize you, right? Let's say, for instance, you are you make nice shirts, right? And maybe somebody very influential, let's say somebody who's influential in the fashion world, let's say someone like Kanye West, right? You are around the same area, and Kanye West says, "Oh, nice shirt." You wouldn't count that as success.
That's success because it's going to make you more money. It's going to generate you more sales, and more sales means more
He may
money.
not necessarily, because he hasn't worn the shirt yet and said, "Oh, go and buy your shirt." He just said, "Nice shirt." He just passed. Maybe it's inside his car. He just passed and says, "Nice shirt." You wouldn't feel that as success.
Once again, as I said earlier, success is subjective.
Yeah, and it's
But
good,
if
I
you are
feel
not
like
making any
it's not
sales,
just limited. It's not limited to money. That's my point. Do you
okay,
get?
okay.
It's not limited to
So-
money. So do you feel that if money doesn't come out, for example, let's say it's community service, right? You've been planning a community service, it's been on your mind. You know, you did it, you finally executed it, you even spent money, but nobody gave you 1 naira back. Would you say the community service was not successful?
Actually,
I got you.
no, you did not catch me. You did not catch me. Actually, I
missed it,
I believe success is money, but then two truths can coexist.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, we
Yes,
can work with
money defines success, but then as a human being, you are not meant to pursue success only. Like the community service you said, you are not pursuing success in that aspect.
But-
yes.
We can work with that. We can work with that. So we are basically disagreeing to agree or agreeing to disagree.
Yeah, I
Right.
would say so. Because personally, from a personal point of view, I don't know, I might be wrong or anything. But
not money.
I feel everything is not about success. You have to chase success. But as for success on its own,
yeah.
it involves money and be able to take care of yourself, be able to pay your bills. If you are not able to pay your bills, if you have a talent, if you have a career and you are not able to use the career to take care of yourself, then you are not successful in your career.
Right, because come to think about it, when you have children, are you going to tell them, "Oh, my darling, your father is successful, but there's no food on the table for you to eat today"?
Yeah, so I mean, so like I said and I've been saying, it's not limited to money. Do you understand? So you being successful and not being comfortable is not what I'm preaching. What I'm saying is that even when money doesn't directly come out, you can still count your deed or your work as success, as
Okay.
being successful. You can still count yourself as being successful, even when at that moment it's not like directly converting to funds.
Funds. Okay.
Yeah.
Now remember what our topic is: redefining success in our modern world.
Yeah.
And so far, in our modern world, money seems to be the only currency people hear. People no longer hear the currency of legacy. People no longer, look out for that. I mean, a lot of people do, right?
Yeah.
But among the youths now, everyone is craving for money, right?
Yeah.
I still feel that legacy, the currency of integrity was in the older generations. Because I mean, that was when the name of your father would make way for you. Do you
So
understand?
that good name is
Yeah, but right now, I mean, everybody's looking for what they want to put in their pockets,
Yes.
So
Now everybody's looking for
in
what
the
to
modern
eat.
world,
So now that you've been asking the questions, let me ask you. Good name, straightforward. Good name, riches. Pick one.
well, okay.
I
No, no, wait. Okay, so this is it, right? You should chase both.
Okay.
Yeah. As much as good name is very important, very important. I don't dispute that. You cannot go far. You can actually not be truly successful in your endeavors without a good name. So they go hand in hand. So rather than I want to get money, I want to get money, I want to make money, why not think of I want to make an impact? Now, while making the impact, you're also making money. And then at the end of the day, you can actually count yourself as a successful person because what you have touched lives, reiterating back to what you initially said about that being your measure for success, right? Great. So while we wrap up this episode, I want you to please I want you to tell our younger generation out there what it is to be successful as a successful man that you are.
Amen. So younger generation, I'm still in the younger generation, please. I'm not too old. Thanks. But yeah, basically, I mean, just integrity is key, man. Integrity is key. Make sure that, when you're not in the room, good things are said about you. Your work speaks well of you, and personally, I'm in a kind of business where referrals help us. So I can't mess around. Do you get? I can't be scamming people. I can't be lacking truth. Do you understand? So just, be steadfast, be prayerful, keep at it, be consistent, be hardworking. It's not easy, man. You gotta work, bro. We get. So I feel like, yeah, that's those are just like the key things. Yeah, I feel old, like I'm giving advice. Like
Right.
I
I
feel like
mean, how many generations have come after you?
I'm young, bro, please. Oh my god.
Yeah, is there anything you would like to add, Mr. Bayo?
So, like I've always said, I think we can agree to disagree. So, I think success is not the only thing you should look forward to. You should look forward to your legacy. Which legacy are you leaving behind? Because if you look at most great people in history, their legacy wasn't all about wealth. If you check the great people in history, when you read their biography, it isn't about how much they have created, it was their impact on the younger generation. So I think while you're also chasing money, you should chase the impacts, the integrity, all those things they are equally important. Meanwhile, I think money is actually very important because if you don't have money, you're actually going to suffer. That's the thing. That's the basic truth of it.
So, obviously, what we gained from this amazing episode from this great man of God, Mr. Sesma, is that you should, along your path to success, you should actually be focused on good name. Because come to think about it, if your legacy is transferable to your generation, a bad name is also transferable to your generation. So, which would you prefer? A bad name or legacy? So, with that, we come to the end of this amazing episode. I had so much fun, and I'm sure you did too. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like and follow all our social media platforms. Thank you so much for being a part of this
Thank you
episode.
so much for having me. I had so much fun. Thank you.
I hope we'll see you again.
Sure.
Great one. So we'll call it a wrap for today. Have a very pleasant day.
Bye.